Meta has never axed jobs on this scale before, 11,000 positions, or about 13% of its workforce. Meta CEO and Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg offered a mea culpa. The macroeconomic downturn, increased competition, and ad signal loss caused our revenue to be much lower than expected, he said in a statement. I got this wrong. Meta, which also owns Instagram, is making cuts across the board. The recruiting team in particular will take a big hit as the company reduces headcount and real estate footprint to slash costs. Global News reached out, but the company wouldn't say how many Canadian jobs have been cut. The layoffs are an about-face from last March, when the company was set to hire 2,500 people in Canada. Tech professor Daniel Chai says it sank billions into the so-called Metaverse, but lost sight of its other platforms.
Meta made a big bet on the Metaverse, and they realized that this was more or less a mistake in terms of how they scaled up.
Terminations and hiring freezes have been the trend among the biggest names in tech in recent months, including Ottawa-based e-commerce giant Shopify, chipmaker Intel, and Twitter under Elon Musk's ownership. Analysts say tech is a bellwether for the broader economy.
As technology starts to retrench and as big tech companies start to resize themselves for this new reality, other sectors should be watching and paying attention.
Some call it the end of an important chapter that began with the pandemic.
We're basically living on our phones because we had nothing else to do. And so now that the pandemic is not necessarily over, but we're on the trailing edge of it, so to speak, we don't need those technologies as much.
Anne Gaviola, Global News, Toronto.